So Sony shocks everyone with recent news. The PlayStation 5 Pro's power leaks and it's a beast. And let's discuss the PlayStation 5 Pro Reveal Date now that it's Wednesday. Those are the stories we're going to cover today. And if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it. And as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, did you buy Concord or not? We're going to be talking about the game in a sec, but before then, I'm wondering who here purchase the game. So comment below yes or no if you've bought Concord or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Sony shocks everyone with recent news. Reading from GameSpot, Sony's latest big exclusive Concord launched on August 23rd, and just 11 days later, the publisher announced that the multiplayer shooter is shutting down. Concord sales were cut off on September 3rd, and servers will go offline on September 6th, 2 weeks to the day after the game launched in full. As developer Firewalk and Sony explore options and opportunities for the game's future, Sony is refunding everyone. Concord had extremely low player numbers on Steam and presumably PlayStation 5 as well, as the game is estimated to have sold only 25,000 copies across all systems as of the end of August. Despite the low player numbers, few could have predicted that Sony would make such a dramatic decision to stop sales, close the servers, and refund everyone after such a short period of time. So this was wild to see, and yesterday so many YouTubers started dropping videos the moment this news popped off. You went over to YouTube and there was like 50 videos for you to watch. Now, for me, Concord just didn't have what it needed to pull me in, but honestly, I was already not a really big fan of hero shooters, so I might not have been the target audience for this. The world they were building did look interesting, and if the game had some sort of campaign mode or co-op mode, then maybe that would have pulled me in. One thing I do hope is that Firewalk doesn't get shut down. The studio itself has talent from Destiny, Warzone, Call of Duty teams, so I'm happy to hear they're trying to work something out for this project going forward. It's probably going to go free to play. I hope maybe they include some type of other modes outside of the PvP. We'll see what they do. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers.
It's anyone's game.
Now, diving into the second story of the video, the PlayStation 5 Pro Reveal Date. So, I said on Monday, if there was no news by now, we can talk about the reveal date for the PlayStation 5 Pro because it's getting pretty narrowed down at this point. We know from Bill Kuhn that the PlayStation 5 Pro will be announced in the first half of the month, so it's this week or next week, pretty much. That's it. That's all we have. Now, the original theory was that Sony would announce it this week before the launch of Astrobot because there might be a PlayStation 5 Pro Easter egg in the game, and who knows, there still might be one, and that's how Sony decides to reveal the Pro. Probably not, but we'll see. But I think at this point, we have to consider they might actually just put out a blog post with reasons why you should get the PlayStation 5 Pro and just rely on everyone else to share that information with their own audiences. I personally hope that's not the case, and they actually have an event for this thing hyping us up. The PlayStation 5 Slim from last year was announced with a random blog post on a Tuesday, so that's an option. Tuesday, September 10th, Sony drops a blog post. We can't really relate this to the PlayStation 4 Pro's announcement because Sony confirmed the PlayStation 4 Pro meeting about a month in advance in August before the September meeting event. But again, that's a different Sony back in 2016. The PlayStation 5 itself was confirmed to be a thing with a blog post in 2019. Take that in if you don't remember that. Now, obviously, for the PlayStation 5, we later got a proper event showcasing the games coming, but it's just funny to remember they confirmed the existence of the PlayStation 5 with a blog post in 2019. If Sony is going to have a proper event, then it could be announced a week in advance, which would mean an announcement tomorrow or Friday at the latest, confirming an event. If that does not happen, then it's probably a PlayStation blog post sometime next week with the confirmation of the PlayStation 5 Pro, maybe videos showcasing its improvements over the base PlayStation 5, and maybe even a video from Mark Cerny showcasing why you should get this one if you care about power and performance. This is why you should get this one, and you have a video of Mark Cerny convincing everyone. And all of this will happen instead of an actual event where, we get hyped to watch it and then see why we should get the PlayStation 5 Pro. It's probably going to be a blog post I hope it's not. Let's see what happens. But you guys let me know if you think it'll be a blog post or an actual event. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, the PlayStation 5 Pro's power leaks. Reading from WCCF Tech, the PlayStation 5 Pro's performance is expected to be in the ballpark of the Radeon 7700 XT GPU, but with some improvements in ray tracing performance according to a well-known leaker. Setting expectations in check, well-known AMD leaker Kepler revealed on X that the new console's performance is close to the 7700 XT in rasterization and slightly faster in ray tracing. This information falls in line with everything we've heard so far, as the console is said to bring a significant ray tracing performance improvement over the base model. So, Red Gaming Tech here on YouTube also recently added more information to this as well, stating that developers he's spoken to stated it's closer to the 7800 XT. It's an in-between both, but with better ray tracing capabilities than both, from what I understand here. The 7800 XT, though, is a decent jump over the 7700 in terms of performance from what I've seen, since I don't really game on PC, so I checked out comparisons online. So hearing it could be closer in some cases to the 7800 XT is great, but ray tracing, man, Sony is pushing hard on this, and I really love it, only because if you've seen ray tracing and what it can do in the PC space, it's pretty impressive to see the changes. I also assume it'll be easier to make games if you can just use ray tracing instead of trying to make fake light meshes everywhere to simulate light in every game. Along with this, Red Gaming Tech also mentioned that he's heard developers praise PSSR, Sony's upscaling technology, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, and have related it to DLSS, NVIDIA's upscaling tech, which is also amazing to hear because that tool is going to play a big part in boosting performance, and DLSS is the leader right now in this space. It's exciting to hear that Sony will be pushing upscaling of their own going forward. This will attempt to get the most performance out of your games, and hopefully it just continues to improve. And with Sony being a leader in the console space, more developers will probably more likely support this faster than DLSS or FSR in the PC space. Of course, let's see how this goes, but you guys let me know if you're excited to see the performance power of the PlayStation 5 Pro or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is the body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "Show us the power," obviously in reference to the PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm excited. I hope there's an actual event, but either way, I just want to see the power and the capabilities of this console. If you're excited for the same, destroy the comment section with "Show us the power," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.